Hello, namaste. Thank you for joining me for your practice today. As always, super grateful to have you here. We're going to be going through a full body flow today, so just moving and breathing and tuning into the body and self. We're going to move into some Virabhadrasana poses, so keeping it low, then coming back up, and same with Utthita Parshvakonasana, which is extended side angle. So some nice strong movements, and the intention and sankalpa today is to kind of just stay with the breath, keep integrity in the upper body whilst staying in tune with the breath and listening to our own bodies. So the breath can really guide us into each asana if we allow it to, keeping a nice deep inhale and extended exhale through the nose. So if you feel yourself tensing up a little bit, see if you can come back to the breath, find that ease and fluidity in the movement. And of course, allow yourself to come back slightly. We want a steady breath, which allows a steady mind and a comfortable practice. We don't want to push ourselves so far to the point where our breath is uneasy. Of course, sometimes we might find our breath gets a little bit fast and we feel slightly out of breath, but that's different than not being able to breathe, for example, because we've really extended ourselves too far. So coming out slightly in asana should be comfortable to the point where we can hold it for at least 5 breaths like this. So yes, we shall begin, and we'll begin today at the back of our mats. Let's come down into child's pose. Knees wide, come down onto the heels, arms out in front. Tune into the breath, into the body here. Feel the rib cage expanding, feel the whole back body expanding and falling as you exhale and inhale. Feeling into the breath, feeling it fill up the body. Feeling the belly rise and expand and fall. Allowing the breath to really anchor us into this present moment, here and now. Taking a few moments of stillness. Inhale. We're going to rise up with the forehead. Begin to walk the palms back now. Close the knees and just sitting on the heels in hero pose. Crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. Close down the eyes here. Shoulders relaxing away from the ears. Soften the face. See if you can soften the skin in between the eyebrows, soften the tongue and jaw. Bringing the hands to heart center now. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Again, coming back to that intention of staying with the breath, staying with the body, with the breath, with this moment. And coming back to that throughout this practice. We'll open the practice now with 3 Oms today. So we'll take another inhale first and exhale out the mouth, and then beginning with the Oms. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling for Om. Two more times like this. One more deep belly breath. Namaste. Blinking, open the eyes now. Let's come over into tabletop. Shoulders are over the wrists. Find a nice comfortable spot here. You can tuck the toes under if you like. It helps to protect the knees a little bit, or just keep the toes untucked. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Inhale, open up, arch the back, open up throughout the front body, the neck. And exhale, we're going to press and round away, really rounding that upper spine here, pulling the core in. Inhale, opening up, moving with breath. Exhale, pushing away. One breath, one movement here. Inhale to open, keeping nice soft in the elbows. Exhale, pressing away. Going at your own pace now, maybe coming into some more organic movements, rounding the spine, moving the hips side to side, or staying more traditional in your cat-cow. Couple more breaths here. And then coming back to tabletop, we're going to move to having the fingertips facing the body now. So just moving the hands 180 degrees so that the fingertips are facing the body. If that is quite a lot for you, just bring them sideways so the fingertips are facing each other. And then from here, just move back slightly with the body, breathing into the wrists. You can feel a good stretch on the forearms there. Releasing now. Staying strong into the right arm here. We're going to inhale, right leg lifts, left arm reaches forward. So extending out from the front body and the back. Energetically, imagine someone's pulling your fingertips and pulling the toes here. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee here. Inhale to extend. 2 more times. Exhale, tucking. Left elbow comes to right knee. 1 more time. Inhale, open. Open the heart here. Exhale. Elbow to knee and release. Going over to the opposite side now. Inhale. Pressing underneath the left hand knuckles here. Extending out right arm, left foot. Exhale, elbow to knee. Moving with the breath. Inhale, extend. Open. Exhale, tucking, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Finding length, finding stillness here. Exhale, tucking in and releasing. From here, inhale just the right leg this time. Opening up. We're going to bring the right foot to the outside of the left side of the mat. So a little twist here. Inhale. And then exhale. Knee comes to elbow, coming onto the hand. So building a little bit of strength here. Tucking the core in. 2 more times. Inhale, extending. Tapping that foot outside of the mat. Exhale. Knee to right elbow. 1 more time. Inhale, open. If you like a little bit more, you can look back at that foot as well. And then exhale. Knee to elbow and release. Same again on the left side. Inhale. Left foot comes to the outside of the right edge of the mat. Maybe looking back at the foot if you like. Inhale. And then on an exhale, we're going to bring the knee to the left elbow. Inhale back. Keeping that core engaged here. Exhale. Knee to elbow. Inhale, tap. And then exhale, knee to elbow, moving forward slightly. So really coming onto the shoulders and onto the hands here. Exhale, releasing. Come back to a seat, so walking the hands up. Inhale, arms reach up, look up. Exhale, right hand comes to left thigh. Small twist here. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, right side, left hand comes to the right thigh for a twist. Couple more times. Through center, inhale, exhale for a twist. One more time on either side. And release, coming back into tabletop, walking the hands forward. Tuck the back toes under this time. Inhale, right leg reaches up, and then exhale, big step up. So you might need to lift the hands up, coming into a low lunge here. Rising up, palms coming onto the thighs. Pull that right hip crease back slightly. Inhale. Exhale slowly, land those hands onto the mat, and then shift that left foot so that it's facing the short edge of the mat, so that the shin is. So we're opening up the hips here. Inhale, rising up. We're coming into a Warrior II, a variation, so a low Virabhadrasana II. Hips are open, knee is bent here, opening up the arms, looking over the front forefinger here. Keeping the gaze, staying with the breath. See what it feels like to tuck the pubic bone in slightly, so pulling that front belly in. Few breaths here. Next exhale, we're going to reach forward, land this right elbow, the inside of the right thigh there. So not on the knee, inside of the elbow. Inhale, left arm reaches up and over. So an extended side angle variation here. Just keeping it low, keeping it grounded as we warm up. Looking up to the fingers or to the side or down. Remember, steadying the breath here. Couple more breaths. We want the front body to feel nice and open here, so not rounding forward too much, keeping it open. Inhale, Warrior II, rise up. Exhale, fingers come to the mat, pulling the foot back through center, and then stepping back, making our way back to tabletop. Maybe a few rotations with the spine here, cat-cow motions, whatever feels good for you. Moving into the hips. And then we'll do the same on the opposite side. So tucking the toes under here just allows us to protect those knees a little bit more as we're stepping forward. Inhale, left leg rises up. And then exhale, big step up. Foot comes in between the palms. Inhale, low lunge. Both hands coming onto the left thigh here. Pull the left hip crease back slightly, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, bring those hands down, shifting the back foot so that the shin is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Adjust if you need to. Ensure that the knee is in line with the foot there, with the heel. Exhale, Virabhadrasana II. Tucking the pubic bone in slightly. Staying with the breath. Notice if your knee is falling in, see if you can energetically push the knee away to open the hip. Next, exhale, reaching forward. Left elbow comes inside the left thigh. Inhale, open up here. Utthita Parshvakonasana variation. Reach up and open with that top arm here. You want to keep integrity in the upper body. So if you've got your full body weight on here, it's more than okay, but we want to try keep it light. Give it light to touch here. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, swooping those hands down, stepping back into tabletop. Coming down into child's pose a moment, bring the knees wide. You can have the arms out in front or behind. Big inhale through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Notice how the body's feeling, how the breath is feeling, alive. Remembering your intention for this practice today. And then inhale, we're going to rise up with the forehead looking up towards the hands, rising up with the hips. And then we're going to come into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So pressing up and back with the glutes. Maybe move the hips side to side and walk out your Adho Mukha Svanasana a little bit. Breathing and moving into any resistance you might be feeling before finding a little bit of stillness. And then coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Heels are reaching towards the back of the mat. They don't have to be touching. We want to focus on extending the spine here. Shoulders are away from the ears. So see what it feels like to pull those elbow creases forward slightly. And then tuck the ribs in just a little bit. So we don't want to be too concaved in our downward facing dog. Like we're not arching the back completely. We're extending it up and then keeping the integrity in the upper body. So ribs are not fully splayed out, just tucking in a little bit, keeping that strength. Inhale, right leg reaches up, three-legged dog. And then exhale, we're going to step in between the hands. Inhale, high lunge. Next, exhale, warrior two. Open up those hips, checking in with your alignment. Bending that front knee, Virabhadrasana II. Tucking the pelvis in slightly. Looking over the hands, staying with the breath. Inhale, and then exhale, coming into that extended side angle. So you can again bring the elbow to the inner thigh, reach up and overhead, or if it's in your practice, you can bring the right hand all the way down and then reach that arm up and overhead, opening up that front body though. So we don't want to be rounding forward. So if you need to, coming back slightly. Inhale, rising up, warrior two. One more breath here. And then exhale, coming back down. We're coming down into a plank now. Inhale here, pressing away from the ground, from the mat. Exhale, slowly lowering all the way down onto the belly. Untuck the toes, bring the hands wide. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, open up, pressing away from the mat, pressing into the pelvis, into the tops of the feet and opening the heart here. If you like, you can look all the way up. And exhale, calming down, pressing all the way back up into downward facing dog now. Inhale, left leg reaches up, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping in between the palms. Inhale, rising up, high lunge. Staying here for a few breaths, squaring off the hips. Exhale, warrior two. Checking your alignment here. Heel in line with the arch of the foot. If you can't quite get there, then you're welcome to have it just slightly, about 45 degrees. Staying here for a few breaths. Steady breath, steady mind. Notice the connection of the gaze and the breath here and how it allows you to be present and strong. Next, exhale, extended side angle, coming to the inside of the left thigh there, reaching up overhead or outside of the left foot, looking up. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheeling those hands down, stepping back into plank, Santalanasana. Strong body here, engaging the core, engaging the glutes, pressing away from the mat. Exhale, slowly lowering down onto the belly. Untuck the feet, press into the tops of the feet, fingertips wide again. Inhale, opening up. So nice here to keep the pelvis, keep the hips on the ground and really arching the spine here to open up the front body. So not using too much of the arms, it's the back muscles we're trying to engage here. Exhale, down and pressing up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale, we're going to take a big step to the outside of the right hand. Inhale, open up. It's a bit of like a low lunge lizard here. And then exhale, we're going to take a big step up. Left knee comes to the outside of the right foot for a twist. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lengthen, not putting too much weight on the back hand. Exhale, twisting a little bit more. Pressing into the ground, into the mat with that right foot. One more inhale here. And exhale, releasing the upper body. And then we're going to release this right leg all the way down, coming into Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So you can keep it here with the feet out to find a little bit more ease in the asana. If you like, I also encourage you to extend the bottom leg out in front. You want to keep the glutes nice and grounded here. So I think this was probably a really good place for a lot of us. Otherwise, Inhale. Wherever you are, exhale. Just walk the hands forward just a little bit. Feeling a good stretch in the IT bands. Staying with the breath. And remember, just because you can go further doesn't mean you have to. We want to keep a nice steady breath here. Open heart, so open chest feeling, not rounding forward. Inhale, rising back up. Bring that right foot back to the outside edge of the mat. Push forward onto the hands, and whatever it looks like to you, come back to downward facing dog. Maybe moving the hips out here if you like. Taking a big inhale and exhale out the mouth. And then inhale, left leg rises up. Exhale, stepping to the left edge of the mat. Inhale, opening up the chest. Exhale, big step up. Right knee comes to the outside edge of the left foot, and that might take you a couple of goes to get there. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale for a twist. So left knee comes to the inside of the right elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Find some space. Exhale, twisting a little bit more. Ensure that left foot is pressing into the mat. Not straining the neck too much here. Exhale, releasing the upper body, and then we are going to release that top leg as well. So left foot comes to the left side of the hips, forward a little bit, or extending the right leg underneath is what we want to do. Ensuring the glutes are grounded here. Wherever you are, inhale, reach up. And exhale, reaching forward, walk the hands forward just a little bit. Notice how one side is maybe a little bit tighter than the other, or vice versa. Couple more breaths here. Next, exhale, walk those hands back up. Bring that foot back to the outer edge of the mat. Come forward onto the hands, whatever that looks like for you, and press back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly begin to walk up towards the top of the mat now. Breathing into the hamstrings, into the calves, rocking back and forth is really nice. And we'll meet about 1 foot away from the top of the mat. Bend that left knee, inhale, open up, right arm reaches up. Exhale, coming back down. Right hand or fingertips come onto the mat. Now bend the right knee. Inhale, open up. Exhale, down. See if you can keep that connection between the tummy and the thighs here when we're doing a forward fold. Really allow the upper body to be heavy. And then clasp the hands behind you. You can actually clasp onto the forearms or onto the elbows as well if the hands is quite a lot. Keeping the connection with the whole hands here as you clasp them, and let the hands just fall up overhead. So this just allows us to protect our wrists. So the hands are not pulling away from each other but keeping connected. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up now. All the way up, keeping the hands connected. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands and the fists rather to the outside of that left hip. So you can kind of feel into the left hip crease here, looking over towards the right. So a little bit of a opening here in the shoulders as we twist. Exhale through center, swapping sides. Inhale, extend. Exhale over towards the right. Resting the hands on your right hip crease and opening up, looking over towards the left. Inhale. Exhale, releasing back through center. Release the hands. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway lift. Hands come onto the shins or fingertips to the ground. And then exhale. We're just going to slowly now bend the knees, come all the way down onto the back. So again, just whatever that looks like for you. Find the whole back body grounded. Extend the legs, extend the hands out, not quite coming down into Shavasana yet. Inhale, find your left foot grounded on the mat. And then on your next inhale, find the right foot creating that figure 4 shape. So right foot comes to the outer edge of the left thigh as if you can put on, I want to say jandal because I'm from New Zealand, but it could be a thong or a slipper or a chapel here in India is what they say. So yeah, however, we've got that figure 4 shape there in front. Right knee is pressing away from the body. And then inhale, lift up the foot. You can clasp the hands behind the thigh or reaching and clasping the hands around the shins. But again, remembering if we can do that and it's super uncomfortable, just coming back slightly and grabbing onto the thigh. For me, this side is good. The other side is really much more difficult for me. Pressing the right knee away from the body, keeping both the toes flexed here. Staying with the breath, remembering alignment, intention, presence. One more inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands, releasing the feet slowly. So this is a reclined pigeon. Can be very intense, but it's also a more restorative version of full pigeon in which we are actually seated. So other side now. Extend the legs out. We'll go in the same way as we did the other side. Inhale, find your right foot grounded. Inhale again, find your left foot, creating that figure 4 shape. Inhale, lift the leg up. Right foot is flexed, left foot is flexed. Clasping onto the thigh or shin here. And left knee is pressing away. Staying here for a couple more breaths. Take a big inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands, releasing the feet, slowly landing softly. From here, we're going to do a final twist now. So let's cactus the arms, palms facing up towards the sky, elbows are out. Inhale, right knee comes over top of the left. Exhale to twist. You can use that left hand to come onto the thigh to assist the twist a little bit. Otherwise, just keeping it more gentle. Inhale, coming back through center. Same again On the other side. Left knee comes over top of the right on an inhale, and then exhale, knees falling over to the right. Maybe the hand comes to the thigh. Inhale, coming back through center and coming down into Shavasana now. You can do any final last movements that you like before finding stillness together. Inhale, wherever you are or when you're ready. I want you to fully squeeze the whole body, contracting the face, contracting the fists, the feet, scrunching up the face. And then exhale, out the mouth, fully releasing, softening into this moment. Letting go of the breath now, letting go of the body. Allowing your mind and body to create that connection from all that we have practiced today. Allowing the yoga to do its magic. Allowing the mind to rest, the body to relax. Here and now. And stay here in silence and stillness for the next 2 minutes. At any time the mind begins to wander, see if you can just bring it back, allow those thoughts to float on by like clouds. Otherwise, you can also just completely relax. And you'll hear my voice again when it's time to come back. Slowly begin to wiggle the fingertips and wiggle the toes now. Take a big inhale, reach overhead, bring the feet together, stretching, waking up the whole body. Exhale, softening and releasing. Take a moment to tuck the knees into the body here. Maybe you need to pull up the lower back slightly off the mat. And then when you're ready, rolling over onto one side and coming up to a seat. We'll finish in a cross-legged position, so in Sukhasana, easy pose. Close the eyes and then inhale, arms up and wide. Exhale, bringing the hands through heart center. Inhale, arms reaching wide and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale through center. And here in this moment, I would like you to, well, I would invite you to say some kind words to yourself. Certainly not an easy task sometimes, but just give yourself some words of kindness. Maybe you've been going through something difficult, or maybe you just want to give yourself some extra loving words today. You are strong, you are capable, you are beautiful, you are enough, you have always been enough. You don't need any external validation from anyone. Everything you need is within you. So maybe one of those resonates, or you'd like to share your own words of kindness to yourself. Everything I need is already within me. Nothing external is going to bring me happiness. Bring your hands now to your third eye, in between the eyebrows, giving thanks to yourself for showing up, to yoga, to the teachers of yoga. Bowing forward. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to know what you thought, so please do let me know. I really love to hear from you, whether that is through direct message or email or on the Facebook group. Yeah, much love, and I hope you have a really wonderful rest of your day. Om Namah Shivaya.